I know we've talked a little bit before about these wax rings and how we've used them to plug up some holes where water comes in. Sometimes we use just the wax, sometimes I've mixed sawdust with it. Those are different videos, but what I wanted to show you today is we've got some places where when the boat gets hauled out, we're going to replace some covering boards and some tow rails and things. And the boatwright was supposed to have fixed all of this back April, May when he had her out of the water, and was clearly still not fixed when the hurricane hit, and I just gave up on him and left Hilton Head. But anyway, so there's got some places a little bit closer, right along in here, where the deck meets that tow rail right there. And so what I've done, and I just read it a little bit today, was just to temporarily keep the wax out until we can get somebody new when we get it hauled out to come in and make me some new mahogany boards there. So this part up here, this front part, I've actually shoved it full of wax and come back through with a paper towel just to clean it up a bit. But then there's a section back here that I kind of just left it sloppy. So you can see it's about 80 some degrees here in Florida today, February 2nd. But so what I did was just shove some wax in there, let it soften and melt a little bit, and then go back through and push it in. The idea is just to shove that stuff up in there as far as you can possibly get it, and just keep the water out. It's not permanent. You're going to scrape it out when you get to replacing those boards, but as you guys probably well know, rotten wood is the enemy with a wooden boat, and the rot comes from rainwater, not salt water. Salt water is a preservative. So these boats will rot from the top side down where the rainwater is getting in. So this is just a temporary fix. And then there was a board here that had some water intrusion. When the hurricane came, where we were tied up to the dock, it really, just ripped a lot of it off. And so I just keep going back through, and even here, this is a really nasty, ugly board that's going to come off, but all that right there is doing, that wax, is just keeping the water from getting down inside the boat. So I even did just a few of the seams. I don't know, I think there's water coming on some of these, but there's some more back here. But I went ahead and just put some wax on them instead. But it's probably not just a wooden boat thing, from what I understand from some of the plastic boat guys. They're commanders and things that even when you get fiberglass leaks, it's still made of wood inside. So anywho, this is what we've got. I go to Home Depot, buy these probably 20, 25 at a time, just to have them down in the tool room, and they're about $1.50, $1.80 a piece, I think. So anyway, hope that helps if somebody needs to make a quick fix just to keep some water out. I forgot to add here about these wax rings is, if in my case, for example, you've got a large section of boat, say if you've just recently acquired one, you just need a temporary fix for some leaks and things, you don't have to go buy a zillion of these. You can probably get with any master shipwright. I know that my guy here in Florida can get it for me, but you can buy this wax. I think it's like in 50-pound blocks for $18 a block or something. So if you need mass amounts of it, their wax ring thing may not be right, but it's much easier to acquire at Home Depot.